Good morning. Welcome to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Gail Verdi, one of the licensed practitioners in this center. Thank you for joining me in the sanctuary and on the LoveStream. Let's prepare ourselves. Get comfortable in your seat, straighten your spine, allow the energy to flow up and down. Feel the floor under your feet. Place your hands on your lap with your palms upwards so as to receive the energy. Close your eyes. Listen to your breath going in and out. Feel the air moving through you, filling your lungs and then leaving. We're going to take 5 breaths together. Breathe in happiness. Breathe out anger. Breathe in joy. Breathe out hatred. Breathe in peace. Breathe out anxiety. Breathe in contentment. Breathe out grief. Breathe in gratitude. Breathe out fear. Now allow roots from the bottom of your feet to anchor you and travel to the center of the earth. You are now connected to Mother Earth. You see a beautiful rosebud in your mind's eye. It could be red, pink, or any color. You choose. As you observe your rose, you notice that it's beginning to open. The petals are unfolding. They are stretching and expanding to their full potential. The color you chose is alive and vibrant. Look to the center of this magnificent flower. You realize you are seeing yourself. Listen to what your higher self is telling you. Remain in that space until you hear my voice again. It's now time to come back to the sanctuary. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your hands and feet. Slowly open your eyes. Look around the sanctuary. Come back fully to our room. In closing, I'm going to share my favorite Sanskrit prayer. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, shanti, shanti. May all beings be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and freedom for all. Peace, peace, peace.
One minute we're here, the next one we're not. Clock is ticking, better use what you got. It's Armageddon and we're getting it on, because the world could end before the end of this song. There'll be darker days, there'll be hell to pay, but until then just keep breathing and loving life. We're loving life. We love it so much that we want to live it twice. We're loving life. We're loving life. It's like a pizza and we want another slice. We'll take it high, we'll take it low. We'll ride that roller coaster anywhere it goes. We're loving life, we're loving life. We love it so much that we want to live it twice. It's pretty nice, we're loving life.
Love it, love it.
We're loving life.
Love it,
We're loving life.
love it, love it.
We're loving life.
Love it, love it.
I got some money and I got some regrets. There'll be fender benders on the way to success. You got your problems and I know I got mine, but the grass was looking greener till we realized on the best of days there'll be joy and pain. Are you feeling what I'm feeling? We're loving life. We're loving life. We love it so much that we want to live it twice. We're loving life. We're loving life. It's even sweeter than a watermelon slice. We'll take it high, we'll take it low. We'll ride that roller coaster anywhere it goes. We're loving life, loving life. We love it so much that we want to live it twice. It's pretty nice, we're loving life.
Love it, love it.
We're loving life.
Love it,
We're loving life.
love it.
We're loving life.
Love it,
We only get one shot living on this rock. Don't take a postdoc to keep up with this plot, 'cause we're all taught that it's so fraught. What if we just got to the mic drop? We're loving life. We're loving life. We love it so much that we want to live it twice. We're loving life. We're loving life. It's like a pizza and we want another slice. We'll take it high. We'll take it low. We'll ride that roller coaster anywhere we go. We're loving life. We're loving life. We love it so much that we want to live it twice.
love it, love it.
We're loving life.
Love it,
You gotta love it if it's gonna love you back.
Ooh. Elevation. How about those guys? Hi, everybody. How are ya? It's wonderful to see everybody here, and to our LoveStream people, hi. Welcome, everybody. Boy, that song was lively, wasn't it? I feel like we should just have a dance service. What do you think? Dance celebration? Okay, today's a board meeting, so maybe not today because they expect me to do my job. So I guess I'll do my job. But anyway, if you don't know me, I'll introduce myself. I'm Pat Campbell. I am the spiritual director of the center. And if you haven't been to a Center for Spiritual Living before, there's a few things you need to know. We are a faith tradition. We don't call ourselves a religion. We are a faith tradition that honors all faith traditions. You're going to hear more about that in just a little bit, because we understand that in this limitless universe, there's more than just one way to think, more than just one way to believe. So wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are absolutely welcome here. So happy that you are choosing to spend your Sunday morning with us. So we are going to start out by singing what we call our Kong song. And this is a song, as soon as I say this, you just listen to what everybody does. We used to sing this every Sunday.
That was the saddest yay I've ever heard. Yay.
And we used to do it every Sunday because no song in the world illustrates what it is that I'm talking about than this one. But then we wanted to do other things. So we took it out to everyday rotation or every week rotation, and we added in every once in a while. If you don't know it, I'm going to just recommend that you listen to the words, because it's not like a easy song to sing, but it's so profound and we love it so much. So let's everybody stand up and sing One Power. Zippity Doo-dah.
One power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. There's one power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Maula, angels' wings, or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, oh, one power is what we are. One power, oh, one power, yeah. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for the love that's most deep. It's one power. It's one power. What we are, it's one power. It's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and
Yeah. And now you know why when I say that we're going to sing it, most people say yay, even if it is an insipid yay. And I heard somebody recommend zippity doo-dah, so
Nope.
I'm just putting you on. Zippity doo-dah, zippity yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine headed our way. Zippity doo-dah, zippity yay. Excuse me.
That's your one time for the year. That's so wonderful. Great.
I'm holding the clicker. Okay, so this center has just taken off like gangbusters, and we have so many activities and so many things coming up and still to come up, so I'm going to tell you all about them now. The first one is our Mothers of Mind Circle. So I don't know if you all have noticed, but we've got babies in the house. How cool is that? I'm just loving that we have babies in the house, and those babies have moms, and those moms have unique opportunities for growth. And so one of our members, CJ, who is studying to be a practitioner, an online practitioner, has put together this group called Mothers of Mind, and it is for anybody who is in this teaching and a mom and wants to talk through the unique types of things that they are facing or that they have faced. It includes, it's once a month and includes dinner. The kids obviously are here, and then they'll be talking and doing exercises to what's the word I'm looking for, to enhance being in this teaching and also being a mother. So if you have any questions, you can talk to Courtney, but it begins this Wednesday. Thursday? This Thursday, right here at the center, starting at 5:30. And if you have any questions, I think Courtney's email is in the newsletter. You can take a look at that. Then we got Hocus Pocus Focus, which is facilitated by Reverend Leslie, and I saw her there in the back. Please give her a hand as she comes forward, tell you about her workshop.
Good morning, everyone. So I invite you to come out to my workshop. I did a talk in September on Hocus Pocus Focus, and it's one of the tools that we have that we can use to, not have the predictable future, but have a future that you design instead. Because the predictable future is like, oh yeah, I get up on Mondays and I go to work and I take my coffee and then I come home and I drive the same way each day. And it's just over and over, repeat. So no, we don't want that in our lives. We want a life that we design and that we love to live. And so focus is one of the ways that we can do that. And it's Sister Clarity. So I just know that it's going to be a lot of fun. I've got some exercises that we're going to do, and it's just an opportunity to take a little bit deeper dive, because in 20 minutes, it's very hard to sort of give a whole concept. But in an hour and a half, we can have a lot of fun playing and deciding what we really, really want. And I just wanted to close with this. This is from C.S. Lewis. This quote came across my desk this week. If you want to get warm, you must stand near the fire. If you want to be wet, you must get into the water. If you want joy, peace, power, eternal life, you must get close to or even into the thing that has them. Ooh. And I tell you, that's what this community is. We are the people that express joy, peace, power, and eternal life. So I'm inviting you to come out and experience the community of CSL and have some fun with me next Sunday from 12:30 to 2. $20. Come on, it's a good
Can't beat
deal.
it. That's right. Thank you, Reverend Leslie. Sounds wonderful. Now, one thing I want to talk about with this. So because we have so many events and things that are happening, there's only so many days in the week. Sometimes things are going to be happening at the same time. As an example, Reverend Leslie's Hocus Pocus Focus workshop is going to be at the same time that the choir is rehearsing here in the sanctuary. So the bottom line is, folks, you have opportunities to make choices. Yay! Come on, yay! Imagine if there was just one thing to choose. We're giving you opportunities to choose, and that's going to happen a few times with the choir, which we'll talk about in just a minute. So I'm starting a new class February 3rd, and I know those of you who have been coming for a while and you saying foundations, we've all taken foundations. This is a new curriculum. It's 10 weeks, it's 6 weeks instead of 10 weeks. I've never taught this class before, but it is called the Foundations of Science of Mind and Spirit. I'm super looking forward to it. I read through the first chapter of the curriculum. I was like, I don't hate this. So that's handy. So I think it's going to be really good. So if you have taken foundations before, you're in a different place in consciousness, take it again. If you just want to find out what this new thing is about, come and join us. If you are fairly new to the teaching and you want to find out more about the nuts and bolts of it, this is the course for you. And here's the best part. I was just talking to somebody about it earlier. So the cost of the course is, $190 for this 6-week course. So it's like, hey, do I want to spend $190? You can spend $40, register for the class with the understanding that as your consciousness grows, as you recognize the value of the course, you'll pay the rest of the fee. You won't be able to help it. It'd be like, oh my God, this is life-changing. So we're calling it priceless pricing. If you want to pay the whole amount, by all means, that's fine. If you want to just dip a toe in the water and see what it's like, that's okay. All you have to do is send an email to office@calgarycsl.org and say this is for foundations and pay the whole amount or the $40, or go on the website or the newsletter and it'll give you all those deets as well. But I'm super excited that starting on Tuesday, February 3rd, and it runs for 6 weeks. The choir I talked about today, choir is meeting today, and it won't be meeting. Do you want to make that announcement, or I'll just say it won't be meeting on February 3rd because that's when we are having, I thought I had it up there, Rap with the Rev. This is for all new people who are new to the center, and they want to find out a little bit more about me. They want to find a little bit more about the teaching. We're buying you lunch, and so you do need to register with that. And the information is in the newsletter and on the news and on the website. You do need to register for that. We'll have a lunch together, find out a little bit about each other, and that's taking place on February 1st. February 1st, right after service. So I think that's all I've got. The grief group meets on the 1st and 3rd Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. in person, unless the weather outside is frightful, in which case it can be done on Zoom. And then our online groups are the Monday meditation at 6:30 with a practitioner, Wednesday coffee with me at noon on Wednesdays, Mountain Time, if those of you who are tuning in from outside the area. And then our Saging Circle is our community wisdom keepers, and they meet on Saturday mornings. I told you, and you know what? That's just this much of a list like this of stuff that's coming up. I'm serious. This place is going like gangbusters. So with that in mind, I'm going to invite up our ministers and practitioners to please come forward and line the stage. I won't call your names, just come on up. Sheila, I know you're in the house. Come on up. Okay, these people are here to serve you. If you've got something going on in your life and you would like to have some spiritual support, some spiritual guidance, you can see one of these beautiful people after the service and just say, hey, you know what, can you talk to me for a minute, and ask them to do treatment with you. Treatment is our form of prayer. And so I invite you now, we're going to go into our sacred time. Amy is going to lead us into a chant, and then Gail will give us our treatment. So just go with it.
Love reflecting love, one with the divine, peace expressing heaven bright. I am light, reflecting light. Love reflecting love. I'm one with the divine. I'm peace expressing heaven bright. I am light, reflecting light.
Right here, right now, I know there's one source, one universe, one infinite intelligence. It's present everywhere, in everything, in everyone. It knows no boundaries or borders. It is limitless. And I am in this universe. It is in me. We combine together as one. I am perfect, whole, and complete. And what is true for me is true for everyone at this service today. My body is vivacious, energetic. All the cells in my body are happy and healthy. Everything I desire comes to fruition. And as I release these words into the law, I am grateful, so grateful. And together we affirm, and so it is.
Love reflecting love. I'm one with the divine. I'm peace expressing heaven bright. I am light, reflecting light.
Thank you so much, Gail, for that beautiful treatment. Thank you, Amy and Steph, for the chant, always lovely. And thank you, my beloveds, for always being here and being support of the center. You may be seated. Please welcome Elevation.
When I was a child each week, Sunday we'd go to church, pay attention to the priest. He would sing the holy word, consecrate the holy bread, and everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Yeah. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two, and Jesus made the water wine. I remember feeling sad, miracles don't happen still. Now I can't keep track. Everything's a miracle. Everything everything's a miracle. Water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is that anyone's here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but in seeing where there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, barely tipped my fingertips. Now I've got to hold my breath, 'cause I'm swimming in a sea of it. Used to be a world half there, having second-rate hand-me-downs, but now I walk with a reverend air. Everything's holy now. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come. Say it's not a sacrament. Will I tell you that it can't be done? This morning outside I stood, saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. Maybe wanna bow my head, 'cause I remember when church let out how things have changed since then, 'cause everything is holy now. Used to be a world half there, having second-rate hand-me-downs. Now I walk with a reverent air. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything, every little thing is holy now.
Elevation. Amy Bishop, Lisa Jacobs, Luis Tovar, Steph Chapman. Give them a hand. You know, I do not understand something about life. I seem to attract smart aleck people. Lisa, could you hand me that white notebook that has all my notes? It's right there. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, smart aleck people. I don't get it. Who taught you that? Okay, would you breathe with me, please? Taking a deep breath. And again. And one more time. So if you were here last week, you know that I talked about how many spiritual centers use the beginning of the year to kind of go over the basics of our teaching. And we do this by exploring the first 4 chapters of the Science of Mind text, which is our main book, and I'm going to be talking about it in just a minute. And the reason why we do it, I don't do it every year, but it kind of felt like it was something I wanted to do again. Our old timers, you know who you are. You really enjoy it because it kind of serves as a refresher course. And it's also a good opportunity for newcomers to kind of get a feel for the real depth and the beauty and the power of this way of living. Plus, it's a great way of getting everybody on the same page at the beginning of the year. So to start out, I want to say that Dr. Ernest Holmes, you guys hear me quote Ernest Holmes all the time. We talk about Ernest Holmes. He is what was considered to be the founder of our teaching. He wrote the book called The Science of Mind. But sometimes he's attributed with creating this teaching. And that's not exactly true. Because the truth is, Ernest Holmes was an avid student of religion and philosophy and science and psychology and health and metaphysics and all that stuff. And in his study of this stuff, what he discovered was that there was a common thread that was running through all of it. So what he did was that he took all of this information and he synthesized it together in the book upon which this teaching is based. So he himself said this. He said, the science of mind is not a special revelation of any individual. It is rather the culmination of all revelations. We take the good wherever we find it, making it our own insofar as we understand it. So that means on a Sunday morning, you may hear me quote the Bible poorly often, or the Talmud, or the Quran, or the Tao Te Ching, or the Bhagavad Gita. You may also hear me quote Emerson, or Oprah, or Wayne Dyer, or Homer Simpson, or a movie, or a song lyric, or a meme that I found on social media. Because, as Dr. Holmes says, and I love this, we take the good wherever we find it and make it our own. How cool is that? Who's excited? Yay. Because let's face it, as I talk about every week, I said it this morning, there cannot be just one right way of thinking. There isn't just one correct philosophy, because that would be limiting the limitless. And we don't limit the limitless. We can't limit the limitless. So what we do teach is that everything is part of the one thing, the thing itself. Everything is part of the one thing. Everything is holy now. Everything is part of the one. And there is truth to be found everywhere. Take, for instance, some of the writings from the ancient Persian mystical poet called Hafiz. How many of you have heard of Hafiz? It's wonderful teaching. He had such a love for God, and he used some of the most poetic and visual references for the divine that I've ever heard. For instance, he referred to it as friend, beloved, sweet uncle, could be sweet aunt too, playful one, problem solver, the immediate one. Don't those sound a little bit like Ernest Holmes' references to the divine we learned last week? The thing itself, spirit, life, love, intelligence, ultimate reality, infinite possibility. These ideas paint such a much different picture of God than what we were brought up with. It allows us to let go of that far-off deity who was alternately nice or awful. What did I write here? Arbitrary and punishing, and instead embracing the God within. So Hafiz wrote this. He said, know the true nature of your beloved. In his loving eyes, your every thought, word, and movement is always, always beautiful. And Ernest Holmes wrote, there is a living spirit at the center of your being. The original author of all life is in and around you. Not a God who was, but a God who is. Life is wherever you are. Life is wherever you are. Emerson, every man and woman is a doorway through which the infinite passes into the finite, through which God becomes man. Take that in, take a breath. So last week, in our discussion of the first chapter of the book, The Thing Itself, we learned that it manifests as both love and law. If you were here last week, you know this. And we agreed that the love part of God, the love part of all of this, pretty easy to understand, right? We feel love, so it's easy for us to recognize love as both the divine nature and also our own nature. But then we come up with the law. And the law is a little bit more complicated to understand, or at least we think it's complicated. It's really actually very simple. So in the second chapter of the Science of Mind, which I'm finally getting to, called The Way It Works, we get into the mechanics of the teaching, specifically how this law works. And simply put, the law, meaning the law of cause and effect, we call it universal law, is that aspect of the divine that responds to our thoughts and delivers what we believe. However, and this is the tricky part, the law doesn't choose. The law doesn't edit. The law doesn't change its mind. It only responds to what we are thinking about. It doesn't think. It produces. So for some people, this is a little bit concerning because sometimes we manifest, I don't know, maybe not you guys. Anybody here manifest not so great things every once in a while? Yeah? Okay, yeah. And because we're manifesting these great things, it's happening through our conscious and our unconscious choices, but then we want God to fix it for us, right? Why is this happening to me? It's not my fault. Oh my God, God help me. But God cannot do it for us because that would be violating the law. In other words, for the law to work, it has to be impartial. It has to be impersonal. Because a loving deity cannot play favorites and still remain loving. How many of you are parents? How many of you are parents of more than one child? How many of you have spent your entire life making sure that everybody has exactly the same number of Christmas presents? Because you don't want to play favorites, yes? You know what I'm talking about. Well, this deity, the thing itself, can't play favorites either and remain loving. Therefore, it works all the time, but it works equally the same way for everyone. So one of the best analogies that I know is to liken the law to soil. When you take foundations, you're going to learn what, students? Seed, soil, plant. This is one of the best analogies. So a gardener takes a seed, puts it into the soil, and the soil, in harmony with the seed, produces what is planted. However, like the law, the soil is also impersonal. It doesn't choose, it doesn't reject, it doesn't edit. And it also doesn't give me turnips if I've planted rutabaga. Do you guys know what rutabaga is? Yeah, I understand it's a root vegetable, right? Yeah, we didn't have rutabaga in California. Okay, so it's interchange. What with what? Well, okay, you know what? And that's not what I wrote. I wrote, I won't produce turnips if I planted squash. Does that make more sense? It creates what I plant, whether it's rutabaga or turnips. And so, as the gardener in my own mind, I know better than to change my script on the fly because I don't know what I'm talking about. No, I'm just kidding. So, as the gardener or the chooser in my mind, I plant a thought, okay? I plant a belief into the soil, and the soil produces what I planted, even if I have unconsciously planted something I don't want. It doesn't choose. I choose. And sometimes I choose unconsciously. Sometimes I choose haphazardly. And the result is a haphazard result. And that's the rub, isn't it? That's like, oh, this teaching should be so simple, love and law, because so often we're not even aware of what we're thinking. Therefore, we're not paying attention to what we are planting in the soil of our minds. And so for good or not as good, the law is going to work, and it's going to work on what you put onto it, whether you are aware of it or not. Ignorance is no excuse. It works alike for everyone. So this came across my Facebook the other day, and I thought I'm going to find a way to fit this in, and it absolutely does. Anybody ever feel like this? I know there's a way around, but I want to go through it. I want to go, oh, I'm waking up a little bit. Maybe if I just go around over here, something might happen. And that's the good news, ladies and gentlemen, is that once we start to understand the way it works, and we are no longer ignorant, we can start to make different choices. In other words, as we start to pay attention, we can take control of what we're thinking, therefore what we are planting. And then, once we've done that, we realize there is this great, big, huge, marvelous, abundant, colorful world out there, and it is available to us. So there's a movie that came out, it was very, very early in my ministry, back in the 90s. You know, the 90s was like 30 years ago. Don't you hate that I just told you that? So awful. So this movie that came out was called Pleasantville. And it starred Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, and Reese Witherspoon. And Tony and Reese played, very typical modern-day teenagers in the 90s, living their modern-day teenage lives. And because it was a fantasy, one day they found themselves magically transported back to the black and white world of a 50s sitcom, like Father Knows Best or Leave It to Beaver. Some of you won't know what I'm talking about. Looking around the audience, most of you do. And the town that they are transported to is called Pleasantville, and everything is black and white, like those 50s TV shows would have been. And because Pleasantville is based on a TV show, the same events happen over and over again like reruns. Anybody have any repeated patterns here? Yeah. So everyone in Pleasantville is pleasant. But there's no spontaneity, there's no creativity, there's no art, there's no color. The books have no writing in them. The music is tame. It is literally a black and white world. Well, Reese's character is actually horrified being in this world because she was pretty wild in her other life. And Pleasantville is pleasant, but it is not wild. So in order to spice things up, because they're stuck there, it's a movie, right? So they're stuck there. So in order to spice things up, she takes the star basketball player to Lover's Lane. And she introduces him to some of the more spontaneous activities of life. In other words, she rocks his world. And after that, he drops her off, and he's pretty dazed and confused by this out-of-character activity, and he drives by a rose bush. And in the midst of all that black and white scenery, there is one beautiful red rose. And it served as a catalyst. And pretty soon, color starts popping up all over the town as people began to wake up to their true selves simply by being introduced and exposed to a new idea. And as they become more aware, their world opens up to possibilities they had never experienced before. So, of course, this is terribly threatening to the town folks who are not experiencing an awakening. Anybody have family who think you're still in a cult? Yeah, okay, yeah. So they're threatened, all of and this color and the books are starting to have writing in them, and they think it's evil, and they think it's blasphemous, and they want the whole thing to stop. But the thing is, it can't stop. Because once awakening starts, there's no going back. So by the end of the movie, everything is in color, and people are living meaningful, interesting, creative lives. And the lesson is that once we wake up, and once we understand that we are part of this boundless world of opportunity, we can choose to consciously plant the seeds of what we want. And the law works in harmony with this. This is how the law works. However, there's one caveat, and it's a biggie. And it's the one that trips us up more than any other time. This universal law that I'm talking about that will respond to our thoughts, absolutely, it is limitless in its capacity. But it can only do for us what it can do through us. In other words, it cannot give us more than we are able to accept. So Ernest Holmes put it this way: our belief sets the limit to our demonstration of a principle which of itself is without limit. It is ready to fill everything because it is infinite. It is not a question of its willingness nor of its ability. It is entirely a question of our own receptivity. Amen. Who said that? I like it. That's right. Zippity-doo back there. We may say that we want to be a believer. Okay, we may say that we want to live abundant, luxurious, limitless, loving, happy, healthy, creative lives. Right? One of those words is in each one of you guys' affirmations or treatments. Let me try that one again. Limitless, abundant, loving, healthy, creative lives. We affirm it. We do everything. But in reality, we don't really believe it's possible. Or we don't believe we are deserving. And because we're working with a law that is impartial, it responds according to that belief. And our life experience is limited. So our opportunity, as we begin to understand the way it works, is to up-level our ability to accept. Everybody put your hands up like this and say, I accept. I accept my good. I am deserving. I accept my good. Now say it like you believe it. I accept my good. So I want to close with a poem that was written by Ernest Holmes. It is, in fact, that when you open the textbook, it's the very first page, even before the table of contents. And it is the essence of what I'm talking about, that everything is available to us all the time according to our belief and acceptance. So just listen to these words. You can find it anywhere. You can find it in the book. But just listen to these words with the idea of, I am deserving, I accept my good. Peace be unto thee, stranger. Enter and be not afraid. I have left the gate open, and thou art welcome to my home. There is room in my house for all. I've swept the hearth, lighted the fire. The room is warm and cheerful, and you will find comfort and rest within. The table is laid, and the fruits of life are spread before thee. The wine is here also. It sparkles in the light. I have set a chair for you where the sunbeams dance through the shade. Sit and rest and refresh your soul. Eat of the fruit and drink of the wine. All is yours, and you are welcome. And so it is. Thank you. You think you can get this? A little heavy for you? Okay. Please welcome again, Elevation.
Is that your smile? Or is that sunlight in the trees? Was that your sigh? Or just a gentle breeze? Is that your voice? Rolling waves upon the sea? Is this a dream? Can it be The rustling leaves that bring your laughter all around, the dancing wind, feet barely touching down. Is that your song? Nature's perfect melody. Is this a dream? Or can it be that I'm seeing for the very first time? Yes, time is on our side, and a seed planted in love will grow, 'cause we're each a part of everything and everyone. Now is that my heart, or was that thunder in this rain? Is that a spark, or did you touch me once again? Are those my eyes, or are you looking back at me? Is this a miracle? Can it be true that it's possible to make one heart of two? It's not a dream. I do believe that I'm seeing for the very first, seeing for the very first. I'm seeing for the very first time. The very first time I'm seeing for the very first time.
Elevation. Amy Bishop, Lisa Jacobs, Louise Tovar, and Mama Girl over here. Steph. Now, you may have noticed that we don't have Oliver. We haven't had Oliver for a couple of weeks. What I want to tell you is Oliver's on sabbatical. And he is in Europe right now, and he's just taken himself to just have an adventure. And he will be back when he's ready to come back. And Oliver, if you're watching, because I know you often do, we miss you and know that you're having a wonderful time. So I wanted to let everybody know that. Okay, now is the opportunity for me to talk about how you can support the center. If our ushers would come forward. We do pass a basket, for lack of a better term, but if you give by e-transfer, I know I do, that's absolutely wonderful. You might want to take one of those blue cards, because there's something kinesthetic about actually putting something in the basket. It feels good. Or you can go to the website, give by PayPal. You can write a check, all kinds of different ways. And we are a nonprofit organization, so just you know, there's no Vatican that's sending money to us. That is for darn sure. So I invite everyone to take their tithe, their gift, their offering, their donation, hold it to your heart, infuse it with love. And let's say our conscious giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is, and so it is. And we sing that wonderful gratitude song, so stand up if you want.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me.
Yowza! And it's time to bring in the kids. So let's let them come in. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi. Goodness, how are you? Good to see you.
For those wondering, no, that's not Harper. All right. Hello. Welcome, girls, to the sanctuary. We had a lot of fun today. We talked about some scary things, though. We talked about getting scared, what we do when we're scared. And then we built some creations, and we read the true story of the 3 little pigs, which gives you the wolf's version. So it's interesting to hear once you have all sides of the story. Some of the girls feel really bad for the wolf now. So it's an interesting conversation maker. And I do have one speaker today. Where did she go? Did you want to speak? Lily, did you want to speak?
No,
Rose would like to speak.
Yeah.
What would you like to say?
I made a creation that looks like Rapunzel.
Oh, very nice. And is that an ice cream cone or a microphone? Okay, it looks like a microphone to me. You know, very nice.
Thank you for bringing these kids here. Little ones like
Like a
Emily
phone.
have been here since
Yeah,
they were
good.
in the
Nice
womb,
job.
and now she's almost in the double digits. So it's crazy to see this program growing. I'm so grateful for you, Miss Emily. Thank you for being my volunteer, and I can't wait to see you all next Sunday. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Miss Rachel. Give it up for the kids. Okay, you know how we close, right? So stand up. Yeah, we used to do this really formal thing where we held hands and we repeated affirmations. And during COVID, we adopted this, and I just love it. So we're going to rub our hands together, and we're going to get all that good energy and juju going. and we're going to send it where it's needed. So on a count of 3, we're going to send it out. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for being here.
I got the power, and I love with all my might. I got the power, and I'm bringing all the light. I got the power, all I got to do is be. Powerful, powerful me. I got the power, and I get stronger every day. Got the power, it's in everything I say. I got the power, as mighty as sequoia tree. Oh, powerful me. See that I can see to the sky on Phoenix Way. From the ashes I will fly. I cannot separate myself from the beauty that I see in powerful me. Got the power, and I see you got it too. Got the power, it's in everything I do. I got the power, I'm full of possibility. That's powerful me. See that I can take to the sky, Phoenix Way. From the ashes I will fly. Cannot separate myself from the beauty that I see. Powerful me. I got the power. I get stronger every day. Got the power, yeah. It's in everything I say. I got the power. I'm full of possibility. Powerful Have a wonderful week, everybody.